stand in their shoes, they're walking tall. The skills are balanced, stories unfold. And as we watch, truth will be told. Voices of justice, sound loud and clear. Voices of justice, you'll find the best here. You'll get a sneak peek behind the bench, not what you're thinking or might expect. Judges and lawyers, officials too, here to tell their story to you. Voices of justice, sound loud and clear. Voices of justice, you'll find the best here. You'll get a sneak peek behind the bench, not what you're thinking or might expect. Judges and lawyers, officials too, here to tell their story to you. Voices of justice, voices of justice, sound loud and clear, sound loud and clear. Voices of justice, a battle cry, a battle cry. For the voiceless, the silenced, these stories untold. Standing defenders, resilient and bold. Voices of justice, please hear our call. United in purpose, justice for all. Voices of justice, far and wide. Voices of justice, our battle cry.
Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. We are here talking about all kinds of things that are happening today in our judicial system. What the heck? There's a lot going on out there, peoples. There is a lot going on. And you know, I think there may be a situation with our live. So I'm going to go check that out right now. So let's talk about it. We are talking about all kinds of things. All the things, guys. Some of the things I don't even want to talk about, but we're going to talk about them because it's what's happening, and we need to talk about what's happening even when it's uncomfortable, right? We got all kinds of stuff going on out there in the world. Some of it's great, some of it, whatever. I am going to tell you about a interview that I did today, though, before we get started, because it's a true crime interview with a true crime reporter. Now, he was an undercover reporter back in the day when networks were big. Think ABC, CBS, NBC, when that's all you could watch. Robert Riggs was going wherever the news was. In fact, he was the first person on the Watergate situation. What? I did not know that until today. In fact, I thought we were the same age until today. Turns out, a couple years older than me, because I'm not old enough to have been at Watergate, but he was there. And he has a podcast called True Crime Reporter. And guess what they're doing? They are going to release an episode. And are you ready? If you can solve the crime, you get $1 million. $1 million is up for grabs. There was an unsolved murder in Tennessee. The wife is very distraught. It happened 4 years ago. And if you listen to the podcast and decide to go down there and solve it, $1 million is yours. Yeah. So I talked to him a little bit about that today and about what it used to be like, and we'll release that pretty soon. I'm going to be on an airplane for too many hours tomorrow. I'll get to do all kinds of the things. Oh my gosh, we've got some new exciting things. I am going to go to England, and do you know what I'm going to do? Talk to some people at Scotland Yard. Because that sounds like fun. I'm going to Germany. I'm going to try to talk to somebody in the legal system in Germany because why not, right? I am saying hello, everyone in the chat. And guess what? I can't spell hello, apparently. But here we go. There we are. Oh, my gosh. Also, see up there? See this thing? There's a little box up there. That is a computer that has my subscriber counts in it. 97,000. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Guys, let me tell you what happened. 8 years I had this channel. 8 years. And at the end of 8 years, there were 38 subscribers here. That's a 3-8. 8 years. And did some shower thoughts, interviewed some judges. And I said, you know what? I really want to have 100,000 subscribers for my birthday next year, which is this year, the 25. And guess what? We do. So we're going to. Maybe. It's at the end of the month. Let's see. And we're going to have a party. Oh my gosh. So May 29th, you want to subscribe and you want to come back on the 29th. We are going to have giveaways for everybody. We're going to have Starbucks giveaways and Amazon giveaways. We're going to have t-shirt giveaways. We're going to give away the farm that day. So you're definitely going to want to come back. And we're going to have about 30 or 40 people on this live stream. Yes, we really can. It's going to be crazy and it's going to be wonderful and you are going to love it because you're going to meet all kinds of people like Robert Riggs that I was talking about. You want to win $1 million? Yeah, there's a way for you to get $1 million. All you have to do is go to the True Crime Reporter channel and he is about to release an episode in a week or two and tell you all about it. There is an unsolved murder in Tennessee and the wife, the widow, is giving away $1 million to whoever helps solve it. And that could be you. So if you like true crime, stick around because Robert's interview is coming up soon. Not today, but soon in general. What else? Oh, so many good things, y'all. So many good things. Yeah, we have got a judge from Court TV that's going to come talk to us. If you like watching Court TV, we've got one of those judges, and I'm not going to release his name yet, so you got to stick around and find out. Also, we have a lawyer from a huge, I would venture to say, one of the biggest law firms in the U.S. that's going to be coming and joining us in the end of the month. And did I tell you I'm going to Scotland Yard? Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to talk to some people in 2 weeks. So, and we're going to go live from the podcast show. Not a podcaster? That's okay, because there's a lot of true crime people, and I can be talking to them or maybe some other court channels, and I'm going to bring you stuff that you like. So it's going to be fun. Oh my goodness. Now, I said on the description and on the title, we're going to be talking about some of the interesting things that are happening in the world of court today, which we are. We're going to talk about Karen Reed, Diddy, and the Menendez brothers, because there are things moving and shaking in all of those things. Now, am I an attorney? I am not, so I'm not going to give you any legal advice or tell you legal things about them. We're just going to talk about what's going on like the average person. This is our water cooler discussion. We got to come up with some kind of cool, I don't know, water cooler name, because I think that would be a blast. Julie is here. Hey, Julie. Oh my gosh, Julie. So I am going to London. Have you ever been? And is there anything you would recommend doing? I have been there. I've done all the touristy things. So my plan is to get on the double-decker bus and just ride around and ooh and ah from the bus with a friend of mine who is from England. She's going to meet me over in London, and we're going to spend the day together before the podcast show starts, and I'm so excited. And before she gets there, the day before she gets there, bouncing over to Scotland Yard, because how fun would that be to go talk to them? Very excited about it. But if any of you know places to go, people to see, things to do in Europe, let me know. Well, 2 countries, England and Germany. That's where I'm going to be. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Getting on the plane and leaving tomorrow. So there we go. And we're going to bring you court from, well, across the pond. It'll be fun. London is it? Well, you know, Justin, different people like different places. And I'm going there because there is a thing called the podcast show there. And it sounds like fun to me to go there and do all the things. I get to meet all the peeps. And maybe I'll bring you something interesting that you do like. If you could ask a question of Scotland Yard, what would you ask? I don't know. When I think of that, I always think of like Sherlock Holmes. I don't know why. Probably because that was the first time that I heard of it. So there we go. All right. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about this Karen Reed situation. So if you all know something, y'all got questions, statements, opinions, throw them in the chat. Here we encourage people to have opinions. It does not have to be mine. You don't have to like mine either. Guess what? We can have differing opinions and still be friends. Or not. Whatever you so choose. So there we go. Yep, everyone's going to be nice. And you know what? But you can be different. Yeah, we can be different. We just aren't going to be rude. Okay. So what's going on? Well, apparently Karen Reed, some people think that she might have unalived her boyfriend, who was a Boston police officer. And so they are doing a retrial because they could not reach a unanimous verdict. You know, talking about verdicts. I've talked to these judges, because I've had several of them on. We're going to be having more on. But about juries, and are they ever bothered by a jury verdict? Do they ever think that the jury's wrong one way or the other? And you know what they all say? No. They all say they're happy with the jury's verdicts because, to be honest, the only way you know what happened is if you were there. And even witnesses have varying opinions. So, unless you're the one who did it, well, you may not know exactly. Ran him over and left him there. Good night. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Well, allegedly, Mr. Hardy, that's why there's a trial. That's why there was a mistrial, because the jury couldn't come to a verdict. So today is day 12 of testimony in that. Day 12. Good night. That's a lot. A lot of trials just go for one day. So this is kind of a big deal. My goodness. Okay. So we got a state police sergeant, and I'm not going to try to say his name because it's a cool name, but it's not one that I can say. He's been on the stand for the past 2 days. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd like to be on the stand for 2 days. That sounds exhausting. Emotionally, whatever, does it not? Oh my gosh. He's overseeing the investigation into the whatever. Let's see. I'm reading as I'm talking because, oh my goodness. Oh, having supervised former trooper Michael Proctor, who was fired for misconduct in the initial investigation. Good night. Ooh, Julie, you know what? I will ask them that. Why not? I can ask them whatever I want to. So I am going to, I'm going to put that up here. Oh, not in my face. There we go. That's what you would ask. Okay, I'm going to, ask them that. That's awesome. Anybody else? Anything else? All the questions that you want, screenshotting them so that I can bring them with me and find out. Also, I'm going to be going live somewhere from London, potentially from that bus. I don't know if they'll let me or not, but if they will, I'm going to do it. Maybe they won't know. I don't know. As long as I don't really get other people on camera. I'm not a fan on going live while other people that don't want to be live are there, because you never know if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing or not supposed to be doing, or maybe they just don't want to be out there. And I get that. So there we go. All right. So anyway, we'll get back to this Karen Reed situation. Am I right? Oh my goodness. Are you following it? Are you watching it? Do you know what happened? Do you know Karen Reed? If you do, love to hear from you too. Oh my gosh. Because this is not something that I know a whole lot about. I'm chit-chatting about it because, well, it's going on and people want to know. So you probably know more about it than I do, but also I can read. So there we go. There we go. Some guy's been testifying for 2 days. 2 days. That's a lot. That is a lot. Defense has questioned, is it okay, I can't say it. His name starts with a B, though. Extensively about the integrity of the investigation and the role of Michael Proctor, attempting to show potential bias and mishandling of the case. Oh, my goodness. And he maintained the investigation was conducted with, quote, honor and integrity. That's really hard when it's one of your own, isn't it? It must be really, really hard. I can't even imagine all the things. There's a lot going on, a lot to unpack. There's a lot going on in court all over the place. There's a lot going on in general all over the place. Am I right? If you're not from the United States, or if you are from the United States, how are things going in your government and your judicial system? Tell you, things are being shaken up over here, are they not? If by shaken up, I mean, shaken, shook, thrown upside down and over the cliff, shaken up. But it's okay. Things are just different. We're learning how to roll a different way. Let's see. Oh, did you know? You've heard about her case, not familiar with the details. Okay. More interested in Mickey Stein's case. Hey, Curtis Knight, how's it going? And Julie, tell me about Mickey Stein's case, because, I can Google it, but maybe we can have a conversation. But before we leave Karen Reed, the last thing I want to say is she left angry voicemails for John O'Keefe in the hours leading up to the discovery of the body, revealing accusations of infidelity and expressions of anger. That's not good. Oh, you're in Cali. Very cool. Hey, Curtis, I'm from California originally, but I have not been there since, 2004. And I'm hearing that it's a wee bit different than it used to be. I'm from right on the border of LA and Orange County is where I'm from. Yeah. So how do you like it out there? What do you think? What's it like? Are you following the Menendez thing? Because I know out there, the things that are from California are obviously bigger out in California. We've talked a lot about the Menendez case. And, what do you guys think about it? We're not going to cover it a whole lot. We've already done that. But because it's in the news, and we're going to talk about some of the judicial things in the news, we're talking about it. Also, I'm going to Scotland Yard. And if you've got a question for them, Curtis, let me know and I will ask it. In your name, if you like, or anonymously. That's fun to say. Anyway, all right. So apparently what we've learned about Karen Reed today is, well, she may or may not have done something. She has allegedly done something very rough. First jury didn't find her guilty, couldn't really agree. Back in trial again, 12 days of testimony. Same guy's been on the witness stand for 2 days, and it is still going strong. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what we know. If you've got an opinion, let me know. Steph Shines shot Judge. Oh, what? I don't remember, Julie. Can I tell you what? Kentucky. We used to live in Tennessee, right on the border of Kentucky. Okay. You know what? This is something. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Now, here's what happens sometimes when I'm using this streaming software. What I'm looking at just goes in there. So what I'm looking up may just fly out onto the screen, which would be really bizarre. But, okay, so we're looking. Sheriff Stein shot Judge. What the heck? I'm really glad you brought this up because we're gonna interview somebody about this. Julie, thank you so much because I think this is something we need to talk about. Oh, my God. How did I miss it? How did I miss this altogether? Well, let me tell you what. If it happened in the beginning of last year, we had a rough go in the beginning of 2024. A lot of rough things happened. And yeah, that probably is why. Lecher County. Okay. There is a motive revealed. Let's find out. Oh, well, I don't know if we want to do this now. Okay. The pair who had known each other for years before the unforeseen. Oh, it happened in September. So where the heck was I? I don't know. Apparently under a rock. They'd gone out to lunch together with a group of friends and co-workers, okay? And, there was a surveillance video, okay? This is so weird. So they're, like, sitting there across the desk from each other. And then Steins goes in, asks everybody to leave so he can speak with him. And, wow. For 7 minutes, they were chitty-chatting. And then he sat down. Wow, guys. And then boom. That's not good. That is really not good. Speaking of sheriffs, I am trying to get Sheriff Wayne Ivey on here. I really want to start doing something, collaborating with him. You guys are going to love him. He's got you're going to feel things about him. He's got a huge personality, and he's pretty amazing. And he's the one who does Wheel of Fugitive, and he spins this wheel. We got to bring that back because we have not done Wheel of Fugitive for a while. It's crazy, y'all. So the county that I live in, Brevard County, I'm going to share it. Y'all know it anyway, whatever. Yeah, our sheriff does this thing, Wheel of Fugitive. So he takes everybody's picture, puts them on a wheel, spins it, and then whatever it lands on, he tells you about that person and their crimes and tells you to turn them in. And people do. So there we go. Okay, so yeah. All right. That's what's going on over there. Bubba Smith, yo. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. We are talking about all the court things that are going on. We're talking about Karen Reed, and we're talking about Diddy. We haven't covered that yet. I'm not going to talk a lot about the details, just about the court thing. And then we're going to touch on the Menendez thing. I don't know, because apparently they're letting that. Hey, how's it going? I'm just, what was I going to say? Oh, they're letting the resentencing happen over the Louis, we do more men here. There's a lot of girls. That's okay. You know what? Usually with justice stuff, there's a lot of dudes. Did you know? I am good. Thank you. My channel is 71% men. That's a lot of men. But what's really interesting is age-wise, y'all cover all the ages, because usually on most channels, it's either like skews men or women and then like an age. No, y'all are just across the board, which I think is cool. We are close to Cape Canaveral. In fact, we can watch the rocket launches from our front yard. It's very cool. So that's Julie saying that. I am live. Yes, we are live. We're talking about all the courty things because my channel has the Voices of Justice podcast where I interview judges, lawyers, elected officials, and ex-convicts. The ones that are doing good things, though, not, yeah. So there are then, and yes, there are some. Oh, that's okay. Have a good day. See you later. And thanks for stopping by. Hey, hit the like button, will you, on your way out? That would be very helpful. Thank you. That was really cool. Also, guys, if you could subscribe, if you can see behind me on my little computer back there, we are so close to 100,000. And guess what? It would be really huge because let's be honest. All right. This is really exciting. It is so exciting. And, when people put their little computer up there and do stuff like that, I would be like, why are you doing that? And now I get it. And yes, it is really cool, Julie. It is really cool. It never gets old. Also, the sonic boom shakes our house like crazy. Louis, you're amazing. And I appreciate you so much. And thanks for stopping by. That's really cool. Yeah. And it's really crazy because the is that particular rocket? Well, but we get all kinds of rockets. I don't even know. I don't know which ones are going off. I just know that they're in the sky, and then our whole chimney will shake when the sonic boom happens. One night I did not know there was a rocket launch, and I'm sitting in my office at like midnight, and our whole house shook. I thought we were being robbed, but we would not. Yeah, space shuttle, but not anymore. So there's that. All right, so. Oh, hold on just a second. I'm looking. All right. I'm done with Karen Reed's stuff. I think we've had enough of that. We've talked about that. It's 9:21. Let's move on. Okay. So if you're just got here, I got to tell you, I just interviewed today, Robert Riggs, R-I-G-G-S. And if you haven't heard of him, well, I guarantee you've heard his voice. He used to be an investigative reporter for ABC and CBS when networks were like huge. He's done documentaries. He's done all these things. And he now has a show here called True Crime Reporter. And are you ready for this? Y'all can win $1 million. $1 million just from listening to his show or watching his show because he is covering an unsolved murder. And anybody who solves it gets $1 million. So I'm going to release that here the day that he releases it there so that you all can jump over there. And I think we're going to do it as a premiere because it's going to be so much fun. Yes, there was a new pope today. First ever American pope. You can be Catholic or any religion. Still kind of a big deal. Used to be the most important person in the, well, not in the world, but in the... in the world that wrote the history. There's a lot of other places in the world that wasn't part of the history that we have written down. He was not the most important person there. But, Rome, Europe, that kind of area. Let's just be real. Let's acknowledge that there were other places in the world that were very important. But for that area, he was it. He was the bomb. He was the dude. He's the reason that a lot of these kings killed their wives because you couldn't get a divorce in the Catholic Church. So, they just off their wives and then go to confession. Don't get me started. Anyway, and I'm not dissing the Catholic faith. I'm just saying this is how it happens because I went to Catholic school and I learned the history and there's a whole lot going on there. But we are excited that there is an American Pope because, hey, you know what? Yes, Leo the 14th is, and it'll be really interesting to see how that goes and how things go from there because it's been a roller coaster, well, in the leadership all over the world, hasn't it? From the Pope to the president in America to all the things. Lots of craziness, but, it is what it is. And we're just learning how to ride the waves, right? Grab a surfboard and get on out there because it's going to be crazy. Good night. What is going to be going on in the near future? I don't know. You know what? I've stopped even trying to guess. So, all right. So, y'all, here's the thing. We're supposed to be talking about P. Diddy, and all I'm going to say about this is, what? People have gotten away with doing a lot of things because they're famous, and I'm really, if he did the things, I really hope that that's not what happens here. And that really is what I'm going to say about that. Okay? Obviously, people are innocent until proven guilty, but, sometimes there's such stacks of evidence that, we just can't. We can't support it. So that's all I'm going to say about that, really. Yeah. So anyway, when I go to Germany, let's talk about courts in Germany. Their judicial system is very different. And I really want to talk to somebody. I'm really late reaching out because I leave tomorrow, but I'll be there all next week. So if you know of somebody or a certain person that would be open to that sort of thing, let me know. Or if there's something about the German system that you would like to know, let me know. Yeah, because I can't wait to get all this information and bring it back to you. I think it's going to be really fun. I will have the ability to go to one of the military installations there in Germany and potentially talk to some people. I don't know. I've got to call them ahead and get approval for that. But the nice thing is I've got a military ID and I can do that sort of thing. So that will be cool. Yeah, and then the whole Scotland Yard thing. That's going to be awesome as well. So you've got questions, give them to me, and I will be happy to answer them for you. Hey, Ivory, how's it going? That is a really cool name. That is awesome. And I'm guessing you have a channel on here. Okay, because Illumin Ivory, I like that name. That's pretty awesome. I want to go check out your channel like right now while I'm sitting here going live. Because I'm guessing, yeah, I like it. So what do you do? Okay, what is your channel about if you do have one? Okay, and I'm trying to spell it. Not sure if Germany has adversarial system or not. Australia has an adversarial system. Oh, really? Same as the U.S. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to spell your name, and I'm having a hard time. Okay. All right. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Sometimes when I try to text or write things and speak at the same time, it doesn't work. So if you're just stopping by, hit that subscribe, will you? And the little like button, it would be very helpful. We are very close to 100,000, and it would just mean the world to me. Really mean the world to me. This has been a really big year for us. I got to tell you, Julie, speaking of that, I don't know if you have any desire to start a podcast, but we just started a new company called Epic Wave. I know it sounds like an 80s band. Well, I'm an 80s girl, and so that's what we're doing. And Epic Wave is going to go around the world, and it's going to be a wave of creators, and we're going to launch podcasts. So if you want to start a podcast, let me know, because we are doing it. Are you ready? In 3 hours. In 3 hours. This is one of the things that we just started doing. You liked and subbed. Oh, that's awesome. So Ivory, what kind of content do you like? So we have weird content here. I'm not going to lie. I do shower thoughts in the shower. Sprechen. Eric, I wish I spreckened, but I don't. And I miss you. We need to talk. It's been way too long. Yeah. I forgot all about what I was talking about because I saw Eric Emmerich. Also, Eric is one of the coolest guys you will ever meet, and it has been way too long. He is part of our local podcast group that has taken a hiatus, but Eric, guess what? I am going to be on the advisory board for the broadcast department over at the college, the local college, and they are building a $50 million broadcasting thing, and I'm trying to get them to let us meet there so that we can meet with their students can come and we can come and, potentially, do things in their new incredible building. So that would be awesome. And I don't yeah, Julie, you speak German. That is so cool. I speak no German, and I'm going to learn a tiny bit on my way over there. But my daughter has learned it, and basically, because she lives there, and they're like, don't bother. We'll just speak to you in English. We're not really a fan of the way you speak. And I feel like that's how I'm going to speak it, because I'm not really good. I love languages, but I'm not good at languages like German and Russian. FIT, no. EFSU, actually. I know it's a little one, but that's okay. Did you know that they're 4-year college now? Dave got his degree from there, actually. If my computer turns off, I'll be very sad. So yeah, they just did this. I met the head of the broadcasting department, and they did this huge building thing and everything. And yeah, it was really cool. They came to our event, which, Eric, we missed you at our event at our 50 over 50. I can call you Elfenbein. It's German for Ivory. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I love it. I love it, Ivory. That is awesome. Danish is easier. So fun fact, when I was a little girl, we had a man from Denmark. Well, he was 18. He was kind of a kid. Come and live with us for a little while. And yeah, they were the nicest people. His family would come and visit, and yeah, they were super nice. Anyway, I'm all over the place because I'm reading the chat, guys. And I've got to tell you, I just love talking to everybody here. So I know that we technically have topics, but for me, this is way more fun to talk to you all. FSU? No, Eastern Florida. Eric, Eastern Florida now has a 4-year program and apparently a heck of a broadcast department. So the lady, there's one of the people from there came and helped me with our 50 over 50 podcaster awards and brought some students, and we had the red carpet and the stanchions and all that. And so they had their end of the year celebration, and we got to watch all the videos that the students put on because she wanted to borrow the things. And then I got to meet the head of the broadcasting department, and oh my gosh, they're building this huge thing in Melbourne. But yeah, also, can I tell you guys how good those films were? They were good. I was very impressed. Dave and I are judges for a California Film Festival that's going on. Well, that went on. It ended in April. And I got to tell you, I think these students' films were better than the people out there. So they were really good. And we were laughing out loud. Like it was so good. There was, oh my gosh, y'all, I have 2 interns, and one of them goes to that college, and he was in one of these horror films, and he played this comedy role in a horror film, and it was hysterical. Oh my gosh. I wish we could play some of those films here. I think oh my God, we could do that. We could do that. We could premiere some of them. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Well, I would imagine you would be, wouldn't you? Because you probably know all the film things that are going on around here. Also, Eric, I need the help with the stuff. We just have to talk. So I'm getting back at the end of the month, and you and I think I'm going to need to take you out for coffee or lunch or something, and we need to figure this out. Because, it is time to get help. I need help. These videos need to be better because y'all, I'm doing the best I can, but I'm an audio podcaster and I'm doing all the editing, and it shows. So we just need to make it better for you. Yeah. And I know that it is my downfall. I'm not going to lie. It's okay. We're trying. We're doing the best we can. And I keep saying I'm going to move from here, and then I haven't moved from here. And my computer died. That's okay. But I am eventually when I get back. Oh, and Eric, you got to join us on May 29th. I need you to come join me on my live stream because we are going to have a party Well, we are, I'm not counting my chickens. If we hit 100,000 subs, which we are less than 3,000 away at this point, we're going to have a party like I did when I had my million view party. My YouTube partner manager has already said that he's going to come join us. What? And yeah, we're going to do it like we did for that. And it's going to be so much fun. So I would love to have you here. And tell everybody about your film stuff and what's going on with that, because that's what I'm hoping, is that everybody can come and tell everyone about all the things, because why not? I think it sounds really cool. Also, when is the film festival here? Is it in October? And when do films need to be turned in by? So if there's somebody in the audience that is a filmmaker, they would be able to turn their things in, right? Or do you have to be here in Florida? I have so many questions. I should really know these things. And second of all, I would love to go to one of your meetings. So I really do need to reach out to you because I think it would be fun. Yeah. So anyway, that all being said, I said we would talk about some court things. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Guys, Menendez. Hey, Corzo family, how's it going? Good to see you. You came back. That is so awesome. We're talking Menendez, and yes, they are going to do the resentencing Friday, May 9th. That's tomorrow, people. The hearing on the resentencing is happening tomorrow. Okay. Some of the people are saying, hey, you know what? They haven't taken enough responsibility, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay. October. Now, that's enough of the Menendez. We've already covered a ton of them. So if you are curious, go back to a previous live stream. We got all kinds of Menendez stuff. All right. October 16th to 18th, films must be in by July 4th on Film Freeway, the MIFF. That is awesome. So if you're watching this and you are a filmmaker, dude, check this out. I know they know some people over there at the film festival, because they had John Travolta doing their commercial. Yeah, because his sister is here or something, and he's friends with the peoples, and also you might get a chance to meet Eric, or he might get to judge your film, and there you go, because he's awesome. So, yeah. All right, it's 9:34, and I got to tell you what, I am stressing because I have not got my stuff in my suitcase to leave for Europe tomorrow morning. And I think I need to do that. I was going to have you pack with me, but then I realized you would have to see behind the curtain of Oz, and it's not pretty because everything's tore up from the floor up. So can you guys put in the chat, if you were going to go into another country for a few weeks, what would you make sure that you packed? Because this is important. Inquiring minds want to know. And I want to make sure I'm not missing anything on my list. Let me tell you what. I just printed my list. I'm running really far behind. Went out today, did some things, made some calls. I have had meetings all week like a crazy person. And yeah, and so I didn't do the things I was supposed to do to get ready for my trip. So if you, if you know what I should bring, if you've got suggestions, dear God, let me know. I am bringing lots of filming and recording equipment, obviously, and a computer. And procrastination. I know, Julie. Well, is it procrastination? I don't know. I mean, I'm literally sleeping 3 hours a night because I'm working so hard. So, but yeah, probably I should have packed. I like packing early. Do y'all like packing early if you're going to go somewhere? I like having my suitcase done days early. I do not like putting things in my suitcase on my way out the door. The adapters, oh my gosh, I have 2 international adapters and I need to find them. I think I know the boxes that they're in, but I have not found them yet. And I bought a hair straightener that's dual voltage, so I can actually use it. So that's good. And then my daughter has phone cords for there, which is good. And then London is different. Oh my gosh, the UK and Germany have different adapters. Drives me crazy. But I got Apple's whole box of like all the things so that I can plug things in. Yeah, I'm so excited. Also, never traveled into a foreign country by myself. And, you know, I don't speak German, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking, although I know that everybody in Germany, almost everybody speaks English, which is helpful. But also, I feel like it's kind of rude to go into somebody's country and not speak the language. So guess who is learning a couple of phrases tomorrow in the airport? So at least I can say, like, please and thank you, you know, nicely, because I think that's just polite. So what city I'm visiting was in Munich a long time ago. I am going, so, oh my gosh, Dave, what city am I flying into? Frankfurt. I'm flying into Frankfurt, and I'm going to be staying near K-Town. I'm not going to say the exact city because, you know, so K-Town is Kaiserslautern, which I am saying very American. Also, fun fact, Dave and I went shopping in K-Town when we were there a year ago, and they don't have TJ Maxx there because it's not their sound, it's TK Maxx. Just thought I'd share that. Fun fact, and we bought some clothes there, which was really cool. So yeah, I'm going over by K-Town. I'm going to stay there with my daughter for about 10 days, and then I'm going maybe 8 or 9 days, and then I'm going to go over to London for the podcast show, but I'm getting there early so that I can interview people at Scotland Yard and ride the double-decker bus, Detroit to Frankfurt. Thank you. Yeah, up north. Okay, can I be honest? I'm very American with my geography of Europe. It's awful. Know the national emergency number. Julie, that is so good. And wouldn't it have been nice if all the countries could have got together and said, hey, our emergency number is going to be whatever, and we would all have the same one? That would be good. But Julie, that is really good information. And we do have an international plan on the phone, which we need to check. And also, Dave, I haven't checked in for my flight yet. Probably I should do that because I already did not pick my seat, and I'm going to get a sucky seat. Thank you, Dave. Julie. Oh, Julie. No, see, Julie knows where I'm going. I'm so excited. And yeah, and I'm going to be going live. There are some beautiful places in the little town that I'm staying in. And Kaiserslautern itself is, you know, got some really cool stuff. Like I said, I will be visiting the military base. I don't know if I can do anything from there. And then I'm going to try to go to the local courthouse and see if I can interview a couple of people from there. So yeah, Julie gave me a question, which is awesome. If anybody else has questions for Germany or for Scotland Yard, for their judicial people, so excited. Hilfriemer. Okay, that, you know, it's funny how much it really, they sound the same, right? English and there. So in other whatever European languages, if you really look at it, you can see how similar they are. They just, you know, and then I always thought, I think our media still portrays people from Germany not so nice. And when you go there, they're a wonderful, kind people. And the language is so much more beautiful than our media makes it seem. Can I tell you? American media does not treat Germans well, I don't think, anyway. And so I really was, it was beautiful. Yeah, the only thing we had a problem with was when we went into Aldi backwards. Don't go in through the exit. They're not a fan of that. You got to follow the rules. And as long as you do that, yeah, but that was on us. And then the only way to get out, yeah, is to go back through everybody else. That was kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of a whole big thing, but it is what it is. All right. So what do I have here for you? May 29th, tune in, put it on your calendar, subscribe and hit that bell so that you know that May 29th is going to be a big day. It's my birthday, first of all. Good God, don't even want to think about how old I'm going to be. That's depressing. But I'm going to have a party here. There's going to be like 30 or 40 people at least coming live with me on that day. Bye. Mwah. It was great. Oh, I will check out your, okay. So, hey, Ivory, you can't give your link, but can you is the name of your channel Lumen Ivory? Because we got to check it out. I'm very curious about this. So, because I went to look at it. Oh, it's because I went to look at it in my own YouTube studio. Okay. Yeah, we'll go check it. I'm excited. I do music too, but I'm sure that yours is better and you probably make the whole thing. I just write the words. All right. Guess what? You now have 37 subscribers. There we go. All right. This is exciting. Cannot wait to listen to the music. Oh, and you're a gamer. Okay, very cool. Come back. Dave's a gamer. We have another channel. We'll have to, have your people call our people. We'll do lunch. And we'll see you later. Okay, awesome. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, y'all. We have a second channel called Glamorously Grounded. And we kind of were like, are we going to do it? And we decided to do it. And so if by we, I mean Dave has been doing it. He's going live every morning. He's got 500 people watching him. And one of the people, they changed their tag to something like our channel because he's got a fan over there. How exciting is that? So yeah, he's building Legos. And Dave, if you want to throw the link in there, you can, and people can check it out. And you'll get to know Dave. And I'm going to be jumping in there when things slow down, which is going to be very soon for me. And he and I are going to do some things. We have been doing some shorts together, some like trending shorts that are very silly. But it's fun because, we're talking about court and all this stuff here and, Menendez things. And over there, we just get to be silly and have fun together. So see you lunch. You're off. Okay. Mwah. It's good to see you, Julie. I am so glad that you got to stop by, and I will be going live at a different time because it's way too late over there at 9 here, so I don't know. I don't know yet what time I'm going to be going. I don't have a plan. I need to figure that out relatively quickly. So, but I will have it up so that you know. In the next couple of days. So anyway, good to see you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back here next week with you. We've got 20 more minutes, but I may be jumping off to go pack because I am a little stressed that it is almost 10 o'clock at night, and I realistically have got a couple of hours in packing and working still. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. Glamorous Regret. Yeah, check it out. Oh, Julie, you got to check it out. I think you'll like it. You get to see Dave. You just get to see Dave because, he's kind of like, the fence, what was that show where they had the guy with the fence and you only got to see like this much of him, like with his hat? I feel like that's Dave on this channel, but over there it's more Dave than Jen, which is, I think, really cool. Because Jen is all over the place and Dave needs, more of Dave. So anyway, good to see you all. This is very exciting for those of you who have just stepped in. We're talking about all the things. We talked about Karen Reed and a little bit about Diddy and the Menendez brothers and what's happening in the world. I'm going to Scotland Yard to interview some people. If you have questions for Scotland Yard or maybe a court in Germany, put something in the chat and I can go over there and ask them because I am looking for some questions what do you guys want to know? And potentially go live with somebody over there. We'll find out. Definitely going live over there. I just don't know who it's going to be with at this point. But I'm excited. I am so excited. Whoever I go live with will absolutely speak English, by the way. I mean, clearly in England, but even in Germany, because I don't sprechen. So wish I did, but I don't. Used to speak Spanish and French, dabbled in Russian for a little while. Not good at that, though. Tried a little bit of Greek. Beautiful. Not good at that one either. More the Latin languages is kind of my thing. So, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to go pack, and I'm going to come back here next week, and we're going to be from somewhere in Europe, and I cannot wait. I will have the schedule up early, though, so you all know when. Mwah! I love you so much. You all have an incredible weekend, and I will see you soon.